Ask anyone
Wait,
who's...
really quick, I'm so sorry.
What?
When you're saying that, do I also stare at the camera or do I look at you long?
You can look at the camera. Please look at the camera.
Okay.
Ask anyone who's learned a foreign language before, and they'll tell you that their personality will be a little bit different when they speak in that language. And specifically today, we're going to be talking about some changes that happened to us after we learned Korean. And today I brought along a special guest, and his name is...
Jeremy. 안녕하세요. Hello, everyone.
Jeremy, you've been learning Korean now for...
3 years. So
3 years already.
3년쯤 됐어요.
I don't know, some of you might remember Jeremy, but I've had him on my channel before when he first started learning Korean, about a year or so after that.
Yep.
Here is the cough. So the reason I'm here actually is...
물 주세요. Sorry, 물. Sorry.
Give me some water.
물. Now I'm a bit better.
좀 늘었네요?
네, 조금 잘했어요.
잘했어요?
잘해요. 잘해요도 더 잘해요.
Okay, nice. So these changes will be different for everyone. In fact, I'm also curious about your experiences too. So let me know in the comments how you have changed since learning Korean. But we're going to be talking about us today. First, the main thing that I think a lot of people might notice is when you start learning Korean, your voice might change.
It is slightly higher depending on who I'm speaking to.
Give me an example.
So if it's a friend, I'll be like, and I haven't seen them for a while as an example, like,
Okay.
오랜만이에요. Hey, 잘 지냈어요? Like that kind of thing. But if I am talking with like a professor, I will have a deeper voice because while we are learning Korean, like in a class, sometimes people are also talking. And so having a deeper voice makes it more like 소리 더 커서 like it's easier to hear.
Okay, 더 잘 들려요.
네. If I have a question like 선생님 질문 있어요.
Do you talk like that?
just specifically for asking the like 선생님 to come over.
Really?
Because we have a question.
And I'm sure that works.
All the time, every time.
선생님, I summon thee.
Basically.
For a Korean
Like-
question. What about now? You have a Korean girlfriend.
Correct. We've been dating. Our 2-year anniversary was like 2 weekends ago. Weekend ago. So,
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How do you speak with her in Korean? Does it sound mostly similar to your regular voice, or have you noticed a difference?
안녕, 잘 지내? Like 일할 때 뭐 했어? Like that kind of, and I'll use 반말 most of the time.
Mostly, it sounds kind of similar to her voice. Maybe a little bit higher.
Slightly, but I think because it's common culturally for women to, when speaking in public, to have a slightly higher tone of voice, to be like cutesy or something of that. I don't know, but it's not a ton.
Actually, I think for me though, my biggest change with learning Korean was for my English.
Okay.
Because I speak, I think, very, very fast in English with Alex, who's my younger brother. But when I speak now, since learning Korean, I speak way clearer and slower in English. And a few years after I started learning Korean, I kind of started to develop this, just because if I speak like the way I normally do in English, no one would understand what I was saying.
I feel the same thing with speaking. I specifically noticed there's, from before coming to Korea, there's a lot less filler words that I use in English, even though there's still a lot. I also recognize when those are. Another thing that I notice is if there is a speaking thing and I want to interject something,
speaking thing.
Like if I'm speaking about something, you enter my house, you disrespect my voice, how dare you?
Continue on.
If I'm talking about something and I want to interject something, I'll have more of a pause in that interjection, and I will be able to transition better to that interjection and transition out of it.
Can you give me an example?
Let's say I was talking about my friends studying math and we were playing video games, and then we went back to studying math. I'd be like, hey, we were studying math and then Mario hit send a green shell and then I learned X plus Y. Now it would be like we were studying math while I was playing Mario Kart.
Sure.
And during that time, because I have to do that in Korean to be able to like make the sentence in my head to be able to say it.
Yeah.
So now that's kind of transferred more into English. So stuff of that nature.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much everything for voice change. The next one I wanted to talk about is social clues. So
Nunchi?
Nunchi, for those of you who don't know,
it is the idea that in a scenario, a person who is not the speaker or the person feeling something should be able to understand what the other person is feeling.
So like kind of like social awareness.
Social awareness, but to a higher degree.
But Korean, since it's more of a context-based language, you understand things based on like what people are talking about, not necessarily just the exact words that they're using. You have to kind of pay attention to how other people are feeling and you know, their body language. A bit more, at least I noticed a bit more than I normally would have to pay attention before I learned Korean. Maybe it's just me maturing a little bit also.
It always helps for maturing to happen.
So some Koreans I found are not good at all about detecting nunchi, like terrible, but a lot of them are.
And I think with that, it will never really harm the situation if you think you are picking up on something to say, hey, I'm so sorry, but I noticed this. Is that true? Is there anything I can do to have this changed?
They're not going to get mad at you. Like,
hopefully
what?
Not.
How dare you ask if I'm sick of you? Of course.
Unless it's some like
I love you, bro.
Some drunk ajushi in the corner. Like,
oh yeah, well then, okay.
No hope.
The next thing I wanted to talk about is being polite. I started paying more attention to this after learning Korean, especially how polite I sound in English, as well as Korean. In Korean, because I'm always thinking about how polite should I speak with someone? How do I want them to perceive me? I don't know, have you noticed any sort of changes with that?
So before I started learning Korean, my friends had always accused me of saying sorry too much.
Okay.
So that wasn't really a problem transitioning into Korean.
That should be fine.
One of the things that has been brought up is regularly using 존댓말 for like thank you and I'm sorry.
You'll always do like 감사합니다,
감사합니다,
죄송합니다.
Yeah, even when I don't have to.
Okay.
And as an example, my girlfriend and I, for our 2-year anniversary, we went and got a couples massage. We were talking in like Korean and English, and then I apologized and I said, oh, 죄송합니다.
To your girlfriend?
To my girlfriend.
Okay.
And so the massage therapist in Korean was like, do you want me to teach him like 반말 for I'm sorry? And she's like, no, I don't. This is great. It's like,
to be fair, it does sound very respectful.
Yes.
A little awkward though, but you probably would want to just, I mean, you know how to say it, right?
oh yeah, 미안해, like all the different levels and stuff.
Sure, okay, but you still like feel comfortable being like.
And it's also a habit.
Okay, like when you're apologizing, you're like, no, I am so sorry.
Yeah.
Like that.
And then also like, let's say an order gets wrong or like I say something incorrect in Korean to someone who is Korean and I say, oh, 죄송합니다. They're like, oh, no, don't worry about it, And it makes the situation, oh no, he's trying to like actually apologize for the situation. So like, it never makes it a worse situation.
Okay. One thing though that's different between English and Korean is I think that I tend to be less direct when I speak in Korean. Like in English, I would say like, oh no, totally, it's not that, or no, it's absolutely that. And in Korean, I definitely would go more to like, 아니지 싶은데요, 좀 그런 거 같은데요. Like,
yeah, I don't think I'm at that comfortability yet to be able to culturally adapt to beating around the bush. I'm still very forward in my language, and due to my appearance, it is perceived as it's okay.
You get the foreigner card.
Yeah.
Okay, the next topic that I wanted to cover is behavior. First of all, have you ever accidentally bowed to someone? I've done this sometimes in the US. Like, I'll be leaving a store and I'll be like, what the heck am I doing? Am I just like bowing at the cashier when I'm leaving the store? Have you ever done something like that?
I did that before I even came to Korea. So
really?
Yeah, let's say going into like 옷가게, like a clothing store, like bowing my head even a little bit for any country is like acknowledging the person working there. So not like the full or like quarter bow or whatever, but at least a head nod.
I sometimes do a head nod too. Like I'll do like that or like that.
Yeah, like I acknowledge you there.
What about covering your mouth when you're surprised or covering your mouth when you're laughing or something like that?
I cover it when I'm yawning.
Really? When you're yawning?
Yeah, that's what I've picked up in Korea when I'm yawning.
If I'm laughing, I sometimes do this. Like, I don't fully cover my mouth because
like the T-Rex, like
yeah, I'm like, oh, like
I don't know what to do with my hands.
What should I do when I'm
What do
laughing?
I do with my hands?
How about eating? Do you feel weird eating alone, or are you comfortable with it?
I think because I'm a student, there's a bit different mentality with that. There's more 혼밥 around a university campus. If I want to eat like samgyeopsal, then I can.
Yeah, there's very few places that have
Yeah, and I have been turned away once or twice without knowing I needed to have someone else.
How about dressing? Have you changed the way that you dress? I used to wear, if I have a photo, I'll put one on the screen. I used to wear like necklaces and accessories, and I'd have like, you know, watches or bracelets. I have like a small necklace collection.
Do you have a big money chain too?
Yeah, with a clock as well.
Yep.
I used to wear a lot of that stuff. Like I had shredded jeans.
Oh, geez.
I have so many pairs of shredded jeans that my wife finally made me throw away or encouraged me to throw away.
Shred all of them.
And I started dressing a lot more simply. Have you noticed any changes?
Yes, I've started dressing according to the weather a lot more. So before, regardless of the weather, it'd be like jeans, maybe a t-shirt. But now I'm just like, if it's cold outside, I'm wearing my thermal pants I bought in Korea. If it's warm outside, I'm wearing these like loose hiking things that I bought in Korea.
Another behavior thing is, I don't know how well you can see it on the camera, but you know, you're sitting down. Let me actually try sitting up here. And you're like sitting down and you're doing this.
Shaking the leg.
Do you do that? Or did you do that?
I still do that.
You still do that?
And every time I do that, if my girlfriend is next to me, she'll be like, stop. Yeah.
I've been conditioned to not like that either.
Well, if you shake your leg, you're gonna get bad luck, man. My theory is like, if you had pockets and you shook your leg and all your money was in your pocket, it fell out. So like, because literally it's like, no, you're gonna lose your wealth if you shake your legs.
Okay.
So like, that's my mentality.
All right, anything else then that you've noticed that has changed since learning Korean?
I think generally speaking, I will speak more directly, both English and Korean. Because I'm learning Korean, I don't know the fancy words that people put into the sentences.
Because you can't make it soft enough, indirect yet.
I can't make the sentence, and I still need to say the thing. And so that's kind of transferred into English as well, where instead of beating around the bush, again, like, I'll just say, hey, I'm tired, I'm gonna go home. Like, 죄송한데, 저는 피곤해서 집에 갈 거예요. And
that's a good sentence though.
Yeah, like that. And again, with the Korean people, they're like, you know what, I understand. Okay, go home. Like, it's only 11:30 p.m. The night just started. What are you doing? I'm like, no, I'm tired. So yeah, that's probably one thing that if I have something that I really want to say, I will talk about it more directly.
That'll probably change.
Probably.
But for now, it's making a difference now. All right, so what about you? Has your personality changed at all since you've started learning Korean? I'm sure it has, but let me know exactly what has changed in the comments below. Thank you again for watching, as well as special thanks to our guest, Jeremy.
Happy to be here.
And we will see you again next time. 1, 2, 3.
그럼
다음에 또 봐.